The first time I laughed at my roommate's idea of love, I thought I was being clever. By the end of that year, I was standing outside a small church in the quiet suburbs of Columbus, Ohio, holding back tears as I realized the person I had mocked understood the heart better than anyone I had ever met. Sometimes the greatest lessons don't come from experts or books. They come from ordinary people who choose kindness when life gives them every reason not to. If you believe kindness, hope, forgiveness, compassion, and second chances can still change lives, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment telling us where you're watching from. Your support helps these heartfelt stories reach more people every single day. At 29, I believed love was measured by excitement, expensive dates, and perfect timing. My name is Nathan, and after a painful breakup that left me questioning everything, I moved into a shared townhouse to save money while rebuilding my life. My roommate, Grace, was almost the complete opposite of me. She was quiet without being shy, cheerful without pretending life was easy, and somehow managed to make even ordinary evenings feel peaceful. Every Sunday morning she attended church, every Wednesday she volunteered at a neighborhood food pantry, and every evening she called her elderly father just to ask how his day had been. I often teased her for living in what I called a fairy tale version of the world. One rainy evening we were making dinner together when the conversation drifted toward relationships. I joked that she knew nothing about love because she had never chased excitement or dramatic romance. Instead of looking offended, Grace simply smiled with a calm confidence I couldn't understand. She told me that real love wasn't something you chased when everything felt easy. It was something you chose when staying became harder than leaving. I laughed, shook my head, and dismissed her words as hopelessly old-fashioned. Weeks passed, and my life continued to spiral. I lost an important promotion after months of hard work. Bills piled up faster than I expected, and loneliness settled into my apartment like an unwelcome guest. Friends who once filled my weekends slowly disappeared, busy with their own lives. The silence became unbearable. Every night I wondered if my failed relationship had been my only chance at happiness. During those difficult months, Grace never tried to lecture me. She simply noticed the little things. Some mornings I would wake up to find fresh coffee already waiting in the kitchen. When my old car refused to start before a job interview, she quietly handed me her keys without asking when she'd get them back. On my birthday, which I had forgotten myself, she baked a simple chocolate cake and invited a few neighbors over for dinner. Nobody made a speech. Nobody tried to fix my life. They simply reminded me that I wasn't alone. One Saturday afternoon, Grace asked if I could help deliver meals to several elderly residents. I reluctantly agreed, mostly because I had nothing else planned. At one small brick house, we visited an elderly widower named Samuel. His home was modest, his furniture worn, and the walls covered with faded family photographs. He spoke warmly about his late wife Ruth, who had passed away years earlier. He admitted that every morning he still set 2 coffee cups on the table before remembering she was gone. Yet he smiled as he described the 43 years they had shared together. He said love wasn't remembered because of vacations or gifts. It survived because of countless ordinary mornings, quiet forgiveness, shared prayers, and choosing each other even when life became difficult. As we drove home, the silence inside the car felt different. For the first time, I realized I had spent years searching for feelings while ignoring commitment. I wanted relationships that made me happy without asking whether I was making someone else's life better. Over the next several months, my perspective slowly changed. I stopped measuring people by what they could offer me and started paying attention to how they treated others. I reconnected with my younger sister, Rebecca, after years of distance. I visited my mother more often. I volunteered alongside Grace at the food pantry and found unexpected joy in simple acts of service. My career improved too, but strangely, success no longer felt like the most important part of my life. Then one evening, as we sat on the front porch watching the sunset paint the Ohio sky with shades of gold and crimson, I thanked Grace for never giving up on me. She smiled with that same gentle expression I remembered from months earlier. Only then did I fully understand the meaning behind her quiet confidence. She had never tried to prove me wrong with arguments. She had simply lived the kind of love she believed in until I could finally see it for myself. Before we reach the end of this story, we'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment and tell us about someone whose quiet kindness changed your life. Your story might become the encouragement another viewer desperately needs today. Not long afterward, I met a wonderful woman named Abigail through one of the community volunteer events. Our relationship grew slowly, built on honesty, patience, shared faith, and genuine friendship instead of unrealistic expectations. The lessons Grace had quietly taught me became the foundation of everything we built together. If this story touched your heart, please like the video, share it with someone who believes love has become too complicated, and subscribe for more inspiring stories of hope and compassion. Sometimes the strongest proof of love isn't found in grand promises or dramatic moments. It's found in ordinary people who keep choosing kindness, day after day, until someone else's life is forever changed. And every time I remember the joke I once made to my roommate, I smile, because she never argued with me. She simply showed me what real love looks like.